controversial story, but I want to discuss that. You know, Diago Dallo say a lot of people are saying that Cristiano Ronaldo near so we the games and I say a World Cup you win as a win to me and yeah. The no Ronaldo no any who say or the greatest of all time. The Bimo to say PS Morgan. Emu who say the greatest of all time. The Portugal Mino and who say the greatest of all time. So Ronaldo win football ne na se went to me and the World Cup. Sa enye mana ohunu wo se wiase fi se ball ba agina no onu nenim ball bono enya de se sa accolade no Ronaldo ebetime di ato ne ho so because oni the World Cup to show. You know, in as much as some of us believe we say Ronaldo is not the greatest of all time. Maka how was he a peja the Portuguese national team? And from 2002, Ronaldo crowd almost had their baby seen there. Maka how they were eliminated by France in 2006 semi-finals. At the baby see how Morocco omu free mu in the last World Cup. Makani Petitiru about Portugal. The last time we can Bartolomeu Diaz, we can about Prince Henry the Navigator, we can about Jose Mourinho, we can about the likes of Eusebio Francesco, we can obi etse Luis Figo, and then Cristiano Ronaldo. Wa peje dino na oman e friend Portugal na oman e friend Portugal dino na oman e friend Portugal. Ronaldo fair there or the by YouTube who number site me could do Ronaldo huge if you look at the personality. For trophies, there's no need to waste time. From club football to international football, trophy also Ronaldo Jibia with the exception of the World Cup. Waji UEFA Nations League, Waji European Championship, Waji Champions League with Manchester United, Waji multiple times with Real Madrid. Ronaldo shares will beat me 1,000 goals. Now that you know what they are kind. Until I did be also Ronaldo here in the world of football, said you why. But many obianso ya adwen say Cristiano Ronaldo retired from football. Now until me a new World Cup. Ye bebo ni di among the greats, but we ain't say he is the greatest of all time without the World Cup. Because in Pempi, players here bomb so the greatest of all time. Back into the conversation. Adia Bako Tao Betipa the World Cup. And if you great players no man to me any World Cup no. Paco Gento J Champions League in Kwama 6. Or the La Liga titles 12. But won't you baby as your greatest players about Paco Gento Din. Won't you see your greatest players baby about the Stefano Din. Puskas Din because of how or the hungry Coco Drew here in the 1954 World Cup to Germany. But on no general in pecking order Obohunso or Quetri. It has always been Maradona, it has always been Pele, and a Lionel Messi Abekanu, and a Luis Ronaldo Abekanu, and a Zidane Abekanu. Not because of anything, but because the 1958 World Cup, Ronaldo Pele was the youngest player. No was 17 years, and you know he scored 2 goals in the finals of the World Cup against Sweden. Or Sabeto also beji in 1962 in Chile, or Beto also beji in 1970 into a World Cup miensa. That is not to say one perform for Santos in the Copa Libertadores, but Pele conversation said you so Rezio baby, it is because of the World Cup and the number of goals that he scored. So Argentina for about Mario Kempes, it is because of the 1978 World Cup. So Germany for about Franz Beckenbauer, it is because of the 74 World Cup. And it was in 1990. So your Maradona, a single-handed performance of the bar that best sellers of Argentina in the 1986 World Cup. Maradona went to me or Barcelona, or the Napoli League title for the first time with the likes of Careca. Basedo, Maradona history and the storyline, it was clearly defined by his performance at the World Cup. Into Ronaldo ye be except the World Cup. And you know, and then say Portugal for World Cup here or more bay, a bimu de omo kind of favorites. Mejitu msa oshe materials or more deba to the World Cup, or more materials or more deba. Almost how coach about the semi-finals of the World Cup. Pastor Joe. World Cup. Pastor Joe. World Cup. Pastor Joe. Se Cristiano Ronaldo ne yabo World Cup we na se wa ntimi a no share the 1,000 bia bebo ndin se ye benya player bi oba so no nim bopa be part of the conversation. Spain national team ede omo squad aba na squad omo de bae no Genoa omo de squad den bae na obia hwema onhu Real Madrid player bia ewum say ye call World Cup na Spain ede ko no Real Madrid player be and a roster open here fell Luis de la Fuente de Bay. Do you know Spain a call World Cup 17 times? Now omo make omo debut at the World Cup in 1934 with Italy. Na 1934 Italy no omo buy no. Coach a friend Amadao Garcia. Ono na this Spain ba be pay more that World Cup. Omo be pay more sa World Cup in January. Or the Real Madrid players Marco 5 no 5 Barcelona players miensa. Some coaches be why more balance equation. In 1950 Brazil, the only Real Madrid player I'll buy was Luis Banoni, almost former player or former coach. Or only the only Real Madrid player no you're part of the Spain team normally buy in 1950. So in 1962, I'm balancing with 5-5. In 66, it was 6-6. In 1978 in Argentina, it was 7-7. Luis Miguel and the Befa Madrid for to do in 1986 El Bezico. Now Javier Clemente about the 1994 World Cup. Of Barcelona for Marco 9 and of Real Madrid for them answer. At the bar Babisi time as Spain beat the World Cup in 2010. Now Barcelona for and song and a Real Madrid for no eyinum sana netie. Yenya 2020 European Championship. Luis Enrique ede a team a fan of Spain ekoye you know or assemble in squad no you Madrid for nyina efrim. The last World Cup Spain koye no Marco Asensio, Dani Carvajal and representing Madrid. Na Barcelona for ne yengotwe. Inti empempi no sejo. Eya na ohun se it is either say team baako do so che baako anaso omu nyina ye pe anase baako sha. But clearly so Barcelona for no in recent times omu do so edodo in the national team eche eye Madrid for no reason here there. Sejo so club Real Madrid. Now we omu team one. Memfa on kwachi. You look at the recent team. So also omu team na Courtois or your Belgium ni Trent Alexander-Arnold or England ni. So also call on left side omo Fran Garcia, omo Alvaro Carreras, and omo Ferland Mendy. Spain for no share Alex Grimaldi, no omo share Marco Corella. None of the two Spanish guys from the left never fit into the plan. Into omo nyebi mo. So also omo central defensive pair. Omo Eder Militao or Brazilian. Omo Rudiger pair. Omo Eder Militao or Brazilian. Omo Rudiger or pair. Omo Eder Militao or Brazilian. Omo Rudiger or German. Omo David Alaba of Austria. And omo Dian Heisen. From Bournemouth, ye no Holland, Netherlands near no and a Genoa. And we are kind of the Spain. The last UEFA Nations League omo boy with Portugal no Ginachiro who be not started. But will be Obesha Madrid games in recent abedia to me say a brand in pecking order. Ne performance abafem. And to so be fan Lilo Mad, Obefa Emerick Laporta, Obeka se derby. Sa brand level no enrollment. This is the World Cup. Eho yingongo diagro. In Spain for upon all their dominance in European football or European Championship, only the most successful club, it drew World Cup on Majiba Cope. Inti ho yem kujoki ho. It is all from Madrid team, no, Osha midfielder, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Fede Valverde, and the attackers are general. Omunina foreigners. Inti Dani Carvajal, injuries, age, form are affecting. And yes, Anka the sure bet for the right side of their defense. And can you Marcos Llorente, any Pedro Porro, and Ankabeba Belko? 6 players of Barcelona almost starting to Omina is paying for. Duan Garcia, Gerard Martin, Pau Kubasi, Daniel Olmo, Lami Yamal. You are talking about Gavi. You are talking about Fermin Lopez. All these guys are Spanish guys. It is a whole year call up to the national team. Obviously, Spain for no better, Barcelona for no better also, and the Ache Madrid for no. And anything that call up coach your friend De La Fonte here, you know, said you who Spain Real Madrid for no be Eche a Tima your friend Spain, a team of Barcelona within the contest, and this is not the first time we AC Luis Enrique Martinez to Genoa. Or not to me, a co editor, a team, your friend Madrid. Spain team, no, you know about on your screen. No? I think it's a good team. World Cup in Macassi these days, and it looks unpredictable. But will Lami Yamal fit? No, Munya or Mohamed Ford, no, with Fabian Ruiz, Pedri, and then Rodriga. You know, I think it's a tournament on every team a year. Can share Barcelona contenders on their balance in a Babe Faja Pedro Akonanka.
Umuya Madrid for Enzo.
We are so many boat.
Oh, yeah. So if I can, no, if I can. Debut or Casa Wemu Befawimu. And the related story knows a Madrid for so pays Enzo Susunya Madrid. Of course.
You are not the best players in the world.
Chelsea's own palace court.
So we more crowded Umkromo and Mudimudi Tenti. Omuya Danka Mudita. Omuya. Mumfomko.
No one doing as they are all picking.
Umfomko.
Chelsea and Simuruqua. You do baby Ukra now can pass and pass. So you useless. And say, who says, any market to Spain and who pick the Musa. Uncle.
Chelsea them said they were 2 pen of Caso but seriously, Chelsea will chance next season. Especially
more chances.
No, say players be bring co-worker. One they will get good rest. Season is start here. Europa League omumo, Conference League omumo, the same Champions League. Into Borika the next week.
It is a modiano.
No, they also for so bad. Chance.
I've waited. I don't know.
And too much chance.
Chelsea are in the market for Cristiano Romero, and you know that's a statement.
Yeah, if they get Cristiano Romero, is another thing.
Yes.
But after Spurs, I came in. Manako Chelsea.
The guy wants to leave.
I know.
Minim say difficult. Tottenham Hotspur player moving to Chelsea difficult. But say do.
Shipping abroad.
Say Chelsea etiminya Cristiano Romero. Chelsea they mean business. Boyan Kekic any deku England se see am London. Ni nyina ne se omo ba behia Joao Pedro ene ni agents no ho. No na discuss a possible exit Edina Kobas.
Joao Pedro so ba Chelsea 1 year. Uncle. Don't sell. Was 7 years old. What's a contract 7 years after 1 year?
Valiam Rosinia Sanekoda say.
Oh, so me coach.
No.
Rosinia so me 10 years ada.
Management for the back, but you go to a pass. Near trauma, Chima.
Who's our government 10 years? Every time I so.
So, Liam Rosini and Impa say, what come on a 5 years contract? So then go support West Ham and Lawrence Stewart. Modo to table say no trauma, Chima. We medical doctor we ball there no know how come on 5 years. It is a do. On a more serious note. Barcelona the contingent Naba, Deco, Boyan Kekic, Omo Babishia Joao Pedro agent in London. No credit say Brazilian players always love to play for AFC Barcelona. But I think that it will depend on Chelsea. Already Chelsea for decided say Omo Manenko. Omo some Oma Kaka you know almost Manenko. But you know also play around £50 million. Now let's say a first season Barcelona the best 60-70 bar. Obviously, Chelsea ebe for it because this season even João Pedro Croatia, Chelsea will need a striker. Liam Delap the Monfa in Newcastle United. Now Monfa different profile or yeah or also bar. The skill set in João Pedro no be more different way or not to be amount game no on the field of play no about support so you could share teams on more tight space then you have those kind of players on be blue on way round for João Pedro and other players to score into the situation you know but said the minimum no Brazilian players the SJO say deal neighbor not a deal ni mu dia I don't think he will hesitate say Obeko Eyebobokwa your friend Barcelona Enzo Fernandez and now can I say me Yenyan Manchester City Mumuni Puchi and Ocean the last game of boy you know your poor match and northern sun and baby or gentia now so all Chelsea fans so you do and only idea now you're on the field of play and Javi Alonso so say while lining up Alex Scott of Bournemouth he's one player Maka minima de coach all the teams minima de coach obi ankope no obi e ka about the Bournemouth team but for me he's the brain behind their midfield Onetali Adams and Ryan Christie them fin wa unti be obo nti or a player or also mount options in midfield tackles winning the ball transitional play and again Yansan take players on in midfield Alex Scott and see one player you know no so be team ya adia onokra say Enzo Fernandez manetna I still feel say Chelsea will need him for the balance of the midfield into also player on Malani up at the Urban and then Chelsea for Cristiano Romero yedi kan ka say Chelsea central defense in the SJO so person will compete at the highest level and nanti win chire o baby I say person will compete at the highest level beside that so person game you need one mature center back and you need one young center back. Inti unya Thiago Silva na wanya Levi Colwill, unya John Terry, no wanya Ricardo Carvalho, unya John Terry no wanya David Luiz, unya David Luiz no wanya Gary Cahill, unya Aspilicueta na wanya David Luiz na di Rudiger Kaho. Ne defense na balance at the amount. John Stones, Maguire, Ruben Diaz, Maguire. Today be able say Delete, Lisandro Martinez, Jonathan Ta, Upamecano, the Bia Gabriel Saliba, the Bia defense now proper balance and experience and personality at the back, and that is what is missing out the Chelsea game. So Omunya, Cristiano Romero, Ebabi Nature the Adinoa, what they are bore and Ababi, so you only need one addition and you are good to go.
Okay, come keep the chance and tell the local stories and I'm saying, Hona, Seminole Wapa, Nafi, Bomode, BBM, teach you Black Stars. 28 man squad now.